Tom Holland has teased that there are 3 generations of Spider-Man coming to the screen. Okay?
Wait, what?
Yeah, he's teased that there's going to be 3 generations of Spider-Man that are coming to the screen. Now, just blink once
Like I'm
if
a
we're going to
prisoner?
see you.
Like,
Yeah,
I mean, like a
blink,
witness
look me,
protection
look
kind
me
of
in the
thing?
eye and blink once if we're going to see you in Spider-Man No Way Home, or just shake your head if not.
I'm
just
not going to blink.
have
I'm not
a-
going to do anything.
You're like,
not
I'm gonna look down.
I'm literally just going to do this now. For a while. No, but I will say this. I will say this. Like, I really love what that whole team have done with the character. Like, I really love what John Watts has done, what Tom has done, what Amy Pascal and Kevin Feige have done with this incarnation of the character. And they've injected it, they've given it so much soul and so much fun and joy, and it's so true to the character. And I'm just, I'll say this, I'm very excited to see what they've done with their 3rd installment.
Okay.
I blinked a little bit, but it was totally accidental.
No, I know. It didn't
and I
count.
take no ownership
It didn't
over
count.
But I'm so excited to see what they've done because I'm just a fan of their interpretation and their incarnation. It just feels so soulful to me. And I think Amy's just done something so beautiful.
Absolutely. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yes, this is kicking off AFI. This
Cool,
is
huh?
super exciting. Let's get right into it. Oh, well, there's a lot going on back there.
It's the music team. That's the
Oh,
music team. So they're going to be making
of course.
noise.
We're going to talk about music, but first I want to say to you, how much did you savor the challenge of getting in the heart and mind of Jonathan Larson and making him your own?
I mean, like, this is a pat thing to say, but it's true. Like, it was the biggest privilege of my artistic life that I got given the responsibility and opportunity to honor such a tremendous artist who was, here for a short burst of time and left us with so much to wonder at and to be healed by. So for me, there was no better way that I would want to spend my day. To get up every morning and devote myself to John for 1.5 years, 2 years, and then, like, had to break for COVID and come back. Like, I've been living with him for a long time, and I kind of sad that tonight's here in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a part of me that's like, no, I don't ever want this to come out. I only want to keep living as John, and I only want to keep living close to John and all that he means to me. So I just found some buttons in my suit jacket.
That's okay.
This is real life.
This is real life.
Thanks.
Selfishly, we are glad that we're getting a chance to see it. I know you got to let him go, but we're happy that we get to see him.
I'm happy to give it away too.
So you really felt connected to Jonathan in this?
I really, really did. I think he is the quintessential, like, uncompromising, devoted artist for the revolution. You know what I mean? Like, he was banging the drum before it was cool to bang a drum, and he was banging a drum in a time where a drum needed to be banged. And there's no kind of accident. I think the majority of, like, young high school musical theater kids want to do one of 2 plays, and it's either Hamilton or Rent. But they're both about waking up. They're both about the revolution. They're both about the dignity of humanity and fighting against a corrupt system. And so, I mean, there's something kind of beautifully of the moment, even though, it was the AIDS epidemic in the 80s and the 90s, and we're in a very, very different crisis now. But yeah, and I think, like, any artist will feel connected to Jonathan's story, and any person, because he asks questions that go beyond just what it is to be an artist. He asks questions about how to live, like what do we do with the short amount of time we have here? Because he was surrounded by death, and he was, I think, unconsciously aware of his own shortness of life. The ticking that he hears, I think, is related to that. So he was asking, what do we do while we're here? It's urgent. What do we do? Because it's gonna be over like that.
And we all feel that ticking. You get the call. I want you to be a part of Tick, Tick, Boom, and I want you to play Jonathan in it. What's your reaction? And Lin-Manuel Miranda is going to be directing.
Well, I mean, it's the first thing I heard was that Lin wanted to talk to me about something. Okay. And I thought, I'm not sure if I can handle whatever it is he wants to talk to me about, because I'm crazy about him. Like, and Hamilton is one of the great pieces of art of the last, like, multiple decades, as far as I'm concerned. So it was overwhelming, and then I didn't know much about Jonathan Larson, to be honest. I knew of Rent, and I knew some of his music, but being introduced to him through Lin was it was like being reintroduced to a long-lost brother that I never knew I had. So that's what the sensation was when I started digging into who John was and what he stood for. And it was one of those very rare times where it's a no-brainer, and you're like, yeah, I'll follow you anywhere and I'll do anything.
You have a voice coach, you have a music coach. We see you play the piano. I've played the piano for years of my life. I know it is not easy, and you were able to take that on. Will we see you do a little bit more? Did you enjoy that?
I loved it. I mean, I've always wanted to learn how to sing and learn piano, so it was like I got the best vocal coach in the world, Liz Kaplan, and I had incredible piano teachers, and I had, Alex Lackamore and like the great Kurt Crowley and Lin-Manuel Miranda's musical team. Basically, to have like an education, not just in Jonathan Larson, but in two skills that I've wanted to learn in my lifetime. So I'm just like, I don't tell anyone. I'm being the luckiest person alive.
Absolutely.
Thank you for watching. If you want more extra, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll never miss a video.